Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. With that, let's get out to venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Standing by with the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. As we get a peek at the former number 2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
And while we always talk about quarterbacks and what their potential is, we always want to see how it translates. To me, the next big step for Mitchell Trubisky is simply experience. Just 13 starts in his college career at North Carolina. A rookie season behind him in 2017 where he wasn't a full-time starter. It's just going to be repetition, 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 and especially during games.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy
My
of the 40.
Vikings will become Super Bowl champs by 2019.
33 yards. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back.
Probably will.
And he gets it inside the 35.
They probably will become Super Bowl champions. I have no doubt in my mind.
And it'll move the
they probably will become Super Bowl champions,
nice little
no
nifty
doubt.
play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read
They look good right now, so they probably will become
players that
Super Bowl champions.
Get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just stuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. On second down, Trubisky. And he's going to go down again. Ben Gideon in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. That's caught by Howard. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the first points of the night belong to our home team as they're able to take the opening kickoff and at least get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, and that helps the crowd, right? It helps people feel good about why they're there watching this game. They moved the ball well on their opening drive.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by a man making his first start in purple. The big offseason signing from Washington. It's Kirk Cousins.
I do hear some mild criticism of Kirk Cousins and his play the last few seasons in Washington, mainly because the team was just 24, 23-1. But I also saw a quarterback with an offensive line that essentially introduced itself to each other in the huddle before the first snap. In Seattle, gets one of the best defense in the NFL. Win that game with big plays late. This is a tough-minded, hard-nosed, gritty quarterback that tends to inspire a team to play better around him.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Let's take a look here at the offense for Minnesota.
When I see Latavius Murray with the ball in his hands, I think that he's a dangerous player. He has good speed, good presence to run inside, nice toughness, and good vision that once he gets past the first line of defense, he can make a guy miss and turn it into a bigger game.
They run it again with Cook. And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. And here are the Chicago defensive starters.
Leonard Floyd's athleticism can be scary good, and one advantage he has now in the NFL is that he's finally at one position and one position only. When he's at the University of Georgia, he played inside linebacker, he played outside linebacker, he played defensive end, almost depended on down and distance. Now strictly an outside linebacker with one key responsibility: go get the quarterback.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Open man is Thielen, is complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit, and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? If as a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the first quarter of action. 3-0 is our score, and we're back to Soldier Field after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. They go to Murray again, and he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding, offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Cook following the penalty. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Third and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
That. They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole
little
thing.
bit.
I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Now the return man. This is Benny Cunningham. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Chicago Bears offense, they make their way back out. Let's talk about the receiving core. All of a sudden, it's like, wow, this group might be pretty good. Allen Robinson, who came over from Jacksonville, he's back and looking sharp.
And not only that, how about Kevin White, the former first-round draft pick who's had nothing but bad luck along the way with injuries? Finally scored his first NFL touchdown. That's regular season or preseason in their last game against Kansas City. So that's a feel-good story right there. And you want another one? Javon Wims, the 7th-round wide receiver out of Georgia, leads the NFL in receiving yards, although he does get an extra game, right, because they did play in the Hall of Fame game, so he got an extra week to get it done.
Still, he's looked good. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Howard. And he's brought down.
Holding offense.
So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. And it's 3rd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Fourth down. Here's Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Now Trubisky on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he whips that one incomplete there. That one intended for Benny Cunningham. That'll bring up 2nd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Trubisky now to throw on third down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And that is going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
Well, as we inch closer to the regular season, I'm just peering down at some of the preseason records. Right now, Ravens 4-0, Bengals, Panthers, Cardinals all 3-0. I guess my question is, what stock do you put in these preseason records?
The easy answer is nothing because the preseason doesn't really matter. But some organizations do put more stock in it than others. Some of them want to win every preseason game. Others don't worry about that at all. Intel has told me that only one team has won the Super Bowl after going 0-4 in the preseason, and that was in a strike year, I believe, when Washington did it. So for the most part, you just don't want to go winless in the preseason. But remember this. The Browns and the Lions both went 4-0 preseasons, then they went 0-16 in the regular season.
Speaking of winless teams, Eagles and Falcons both winless right now, could be Super Bowl contenders.
I still think that they're going to be, whether they go winless or not.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Second down, Cousins. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Called out a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit.
Only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? Trubisky to throw again. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Barr in there to drop it for his second sack now here tonight. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play. The exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. From the gun, here's Cousins. Got a man, it's right. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout.
All right, now here we go.
They go play action here on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Here's Cousins. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Cousins now on 2nd down. And it's caught. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We want to remind you that new this year in regular season games, I'll take you around the NFL and give you stats and scores from games in progress, as well as look back at games that have already been completed. So keep an eye out for that. But for now, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, you know, Charles, just thinking back, it was around this time a year ago Hurricane Harvey was devastating the Houston area and other areas there in southeast Texas. 1 year later, though, J.J. Watt's Foundation announced it had raised and given $41.6 million in the last calendar year.
That's phenomenal. And he was the NFL Man of the Year last season, and rightly so for what he did. And if I'm not incorrect, his goal when he started this to help all the people was $200,000.
41.6 million minus 200,000. That's a pretty good margin there.
That's a heck of a margin. Congratulations to J.J. Watt, his foundation, and to everyone who contributed to help out the people in Houston.
Third and long for Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. taken at about the 16. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense led by Mitch Trubisky heading back out there. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at about the 32. On 1st down, Trubisky. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A gain of 32 that time. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they move the chains. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Eric Kendricks in there to sack him for a loss of 6. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Now it's Trubisky. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. So now 4th down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
Cousins on 1st down. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. The Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve we saw right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On first down, Murray. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Throwing, Cousins. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing is Cousins. And complete. Right side of the tight end, Rudolph. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that?
on, what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Burton. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. Now Trubisky on first down. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And it's complete. The tight end, Deion Sins. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. This is caught at the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And he's got it. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. In for the score. And the Bears are in for 6.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Parkey with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
A first down throw for Cousins. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards that time for number 19. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
All right, now here we go.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Well, the opportunity squashed. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Oh, Trubisky going to throw. And that is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he comes back with one complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Gotta go.
Trubisky to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school. I can do this. Until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Running for it. Here's Cook. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Boy, going for it at this stage in the second half, back in the shadow of your own goalpost. Explanation, please, Mr. Davis.
I'm not sure I'm going to give you a great one, but here's a thought that I had. I wonder if maybe instead of going for it with your offense and announcing your intentions, that maybe you run out your special teams and fake it. Because even though teams say, hey, we plan for the fake all the time, I know from experience, you look at the situation and say there's no way they're going to fake it here. They probably had a better chance if they tried it that way.
So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Throwing now is Trubisky. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And out now come the Vikings. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. First down, here's Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And he spikes it with just a shade under a half a minute left, 29 seconds on the clock. Now a second down throw for Cousins. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a third down. They'll throw again. Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 33, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left. He's got him in. Complete. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Chargers. So with that, let's get you out to Southern California as standing by at StubHub Stadium. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. The scene here in Carson a moment ago, both teams making their way out of the tunnel. Phillip Rivers, now the main man here in L.A., as his Chargers will match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Here's the Chargers' new kicker for 2018, Caleb Sturgis, to get us started. And we are underway in Southern California. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. It'll be Aaron Rodgers under center, who was drafted by the Packers back in 2005 in the first round, now in his 14th year with Green Bay.
Just 7 starts in 2017 due to a collarbone injury. Tried to come back late in the year to rally the Packers into the playoffs. Unfortunately, couldn't get it done. But one of the best competitors at the quarterback position in the NFL. He's lost Jordy Nelson, one of his best weapons, but he knows how to bring other guys along and turn them into valuable contributors.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Brandon Mebane breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Corey Legion in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be brought out by the NC State product, Phillip Rivers, in his 15th season now.
Another great year for Phillip Rivers. 28 touchdown passes, and he went over 50,000 pass yards for his career while having his team in playoff contention late in the season. A lot of people thought the Chargers might look for a quarterback with their 17th overall pick. They didn't. In fact, they didn't draft one at all, which is a testament to Phillip Rivers' continued great play and durability.
First down, Rivers. And incomplete to open things up. Chargers offensive starters here. And when you think about the receivers, last year they take Mike Williams, 7th overall, only 11 catches, hoping for more production out of him.
They need it, too, because they have to continue to take pressure off of Keenan Allen, who plays like an all-pro every time you see him hit the field. And if Mike Williams can give them what they expect, remember, he was the 7th pick of the draft when he came out. That would be a huge deal for them, and they will need him early.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Rivers on first down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Rivers now to throw on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. On 1st and 10, Rivers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, you know, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Throw left side complete. It's Hunt. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. The first down throw here for Rivers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt. And that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. A second down throw for Rivers. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon from 10 yards out. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Sturgis for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Green Bay Packers coming back out here on offense. It was kind of an interesting sight. You were telling me about it. Green Bay played at Oakland last week in the preseason. Of course, Jordy Nelson now is with Oakland. But it was Aaron Rodgers throwing in passes early on in warm-ups, right?
It was. You know, a lot of those guys have that pre-warm-up where they go out and throw it around a little bit. So the old teammates in Green Bay reunited. Nelson came out and caught some passes from Rodgers. Rodgers didn't play in the game. And then to flip it over, Derek Carr, the starting quarterback for Oakland, his target at Fresno State, one of his best players, Devontae Adams, now with the Packers. So he tried it over and reunited with Derek and threw it around a little bit. So preseason, guys get along pretty darn well.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle to Brandon Mebane.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate down on the line, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. At the end of one, 7-0 is our score. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Here's J.K. Scott now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. But with the incompletion there, gives us time to hit on the retirement, Charles, of Eric Decker. Of course, played for the Broncos, Jets, and Titans. Was with the Patriots this preseason, but now he's going to step aside.
I think he had a fantastic career because look at it this way. Getting 1,000 yards in one season for a receiver, that's a career for most people. He did it 3 times. Best year in Denver in 2013. 87 catches, almost 1,300 yards and 11 touchdowns. Congratulations on a wonderful career, Eric Decker.
He'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down. On first down, Rivers. And he fires Here's one incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And it's second down. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
To throw is Rivers. Packer pressure, and down he goes. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. Now Rivers. Finding Green complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Here's Rivers. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding offense.
They were looking to throw,
Still
holding on a
second
big
down.
right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Second down, Rivers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. From the red zone now, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Kenny Clark busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Rivers now on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defense
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. 3rd and goal for Rivers. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment.
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick. But that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Throwing is Rodgers. Trevor Williams there on the coverage.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On third down, here's Williams. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returning, it's Benjamin. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Phillip Rivers, he is the focal point of our players' spotlight now. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator.
Kenny Clark in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Looking to throw on second down. Rivers. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Holding offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Throwing Rivers. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 13 yards there, offset some of the penalty yardage as it's second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. To throw on second down. Rivers. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22. On 1st and 10, Rivers. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Nick Perry in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. Looking to throw on second down. Rivers. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Throwing on 1st down. Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Mike Daniels in there to drop him the 7th time tonight. He's gone down. To throw on second down. Rivers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Mike Daniels in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. 3rd and long for Rivers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. And he'll go down at the 28. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Now Rivers on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. On 1st down, Rivers. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a 2nd down. They'll throw again, Rivers, and he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, and he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Now Rivers. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
Sturgis adds the PAT, and that makes our score 17-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Brandon Mebane in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Now Benjamin. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the score.
Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not only going to tip it, I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
319!
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. The Packers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. 319. Working from the gun. Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. To me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. On 1st and 10, Rivers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kenny Clark in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rivers. His throw incomplete. Tramon Williams there to break that one up.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
We got 180, 380.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rivers, he's airing it out. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. What can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
Ready, 380.
Throwing, Rivers. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. To throw on 2nd down. Rivers. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Point after now from Sturgis. Sturgis for the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cobb. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
Holding. Defense.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Crosby puts it through, and high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a...
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams, 37 yards. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. Sturgis adds the PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Burgess out now to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And Graham's got it over the middle. Two former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers finding his tight end, Graham. Packer first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still first down.
Let's go, come on.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Graham. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action.
Hey, where y'all going? 319. 319.
Rodgers to throw once more. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shift their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Throwing here, Rivers. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
So I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night, everybody.